in 1977, which is the most successful console in the second generation. And then the third generation, I'm mixing the pictures. But yeah, basically, in 1983 there was a video game crash. And ironically also, third gen started in 1983, which Nintendo introduces Famicom. And in 1985,
Yes. I got nothing to do, so okay.
yeah, in 1985, they remodeled and also rebranded it into the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Do you have the Famicom?
I do have the Famicom, but I didn't bring it.
Not today. We'll get
Yeah,
that.
there's supposed to be pictures there.
Oh, but because of the crash in the church.
Oh, we have someone bringing a SNES. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but you can see the picture here.
Has anyone not seen an NES before? Or oh, that guy hasn't seen it before.
What NES?
NES
Oh,
is-
the one I saw it.
So yeah, the Famicom came out. It looks like this. So basically the card.
Strike.
Can you zoom it? Can you try zoom it?
Yeah, it's the red.
It's somewhat like a red and white color. Cream, not so white. It's not white because I remember the things.
Yeah, this is the-
They used to be white, then become red 3 times faster. They used to be white.
Used to be.
So yeah, the reason they changed it in the US, they changed the Famicom from this to this because they don't want it to relate with video games. They want to sell it as an entertainment system, not a video game console. The reason being is because in the US, in 1983 to 1985, people are sick of video games because there are a lot of
Clones.
a lot of clothes, a lot of
Basically, there's a whole lot of trash that came out within the video game industry. So because of that, they didn't want it to be modeled as a video game entertainment system. They had to change that.
Then they even packaged with a robot thing.
Rock the robot.
Rock, right?
Yeah. And then they made it so that you put the game card in front because they want it to be the same as
The VCR.
VCR.
Somewhat like that, yeah.
So that's why they changed it to this. And then not many people know that Sega actually also have a third gen console, which is the Sega Master System. It's supposed to be a picture there, but it's missing. So yeah, that's how it looks like. Sega Master System.
Please silence your walkie-talkie.
Oh, Speedy Gonzalez.
What next one? Pictures?
Please restart, please. Have you tried restart and on and
Or
off?
use the
Have you tried on and off again?
Have you tried going into the cartridge?
Yeah, have you tried?
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Picture try to knock on the left side 30 degrees.
Does it require internet connection? Constant connection.
Picture is the LC, you need to change it.
Oh god. Okay, I will collect you $2 right now. Come. $5.99 for There you go. Okay, we're back. Okay, so
Always work.
We're back. Okay.
So yeah, that's the Famicom and that's the NES. So you can see a big difference there. The Famicom, you open the flap, you just put on the card on top. And then this is the Sega Master System. Actually, the Sega Master System is more powerful than the NES, and also it uses 2 types of cards, which is the top one, as well as a card-based cartridge. And then after that, we're moving on to the 4th gen, NEC. Who knows NEC? Of course,
Wow.
but do you know that they made video game console previously?
Yeah.
TurboGrafx 16 as, or in Japan, it's known as PC Engine. So yeah, they bring in the PC Engine as the first in the 4th gen video game. Then Sega also scaled down and adapted their Sega system. 16 to use to power their arcades like Altered Beast, Shinobi into a Mega Drive, which is a small console there. Then it's known in the US as Genesis. Okay, so how many people started in the 4th gen? Or
Show of hands, who has the SNES? Who has one more? Okay, one SNES. Okay, then who has the Mega Drive 2? Show of hands. Too young? Too young? Seriously, too young? You're too young. This is your generation, man. This is your generation. So in other words, most of the people over here hasn't started yet. This is not their time yet.
Yep. So in 1989, the Mega Drive came out, the Genesis. 1989, it's same age as my wife.
Oh, show your wife. Oh.
So no,
Playing games when she was born.
So yeah, in 1990, then only, the Super Famicom came out. So there's a 7-year gap between the Super Famicom and the Famicom. And in 1989 also marks the year that the Game Boy came out.
Oh yes. This baby. This baby.
Yeah, we got those two. Then we're moving to the 5th gen. I know a lot of people started in the 5th gen as well. Right? The 5th generation consoles were the first were 3DO and Atari Jaguar.
The beginnings of the
Didn't really sell that well. And then after the abortive 32X, Sega entered the 5th generation with the Sega Saturn, which was a big mistake because they rushed the release of the console because they heard PlayStation is coming out. So they want to sell it a year earlier. So by doing so, a lot of game developers, they actually feel pressure, and also it made a lot of them pull out from Sega and went to PlayStation instead. So this is the reason that Sega started their downfall. And born from a failed attempt to create a console with Nintendo, Sony PlayStation would not only dominate its generation but also become the first console to sell over 100 million units. Yeah. And Nintendo was the last to release the 5th gen console with Nintendo 64, which is still card-based, but I'm still quite amazed how they managed to fit Resident Evil 2 in that one card. Can you imagine, like, in PlayStation or PC you use two discs? Yeah. And then they put it in one card for Nintendo 64. And then the 6th generation saw a shift in using DVD. Of course,
I think we're missing one console over here.
Xbox.
Xbox.
what? I mentioned it.
Good job.
Okay, Sega Dreamcast was released in 1998, which is the final console for the Sega brand. But it's a really good console.
Way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time. It's the first console that you can play online games.
Fantasy Star Online.
Yep.
There you go. Yes.
In 2000, Sony PlayStation 2 was released, and then in 2001, GameCube and Xbox was released.
The console wars.
I call this
Because of
generation the confused generation because no one wanted to agree on a certain format to use for the games. We had GD-ROM, we had the MD for the GameCube, and then there's DVD, which is finally the one that won everything else.
And then PS2 was dominating the 6th gen and became the best-selling console up to date.
Yeah.
Even PS4 haven't beaten it. PS3 didn't beat
The Wii also didn't beat it.
Yep.
Vice City.
Okay, and then we move on to how to start your own video game collection.
Let's
Right?
start.
You started.
You need to be old.
Let's go there.
So, in your opinion, how do you want to start?
Get a job.
That's true, but if you're smart, you know how to get it cheap also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell your parents not to throw them
Garage
away.
sale.
Garage sale, this
Do
one.
that.
So they go to
How about
Okay.
I'll clone lah? Okay, what is your childhood console?
PS1.
Then you can start with PS1.
Game Boy.
Game Boy,
There
you
you
can
go.
start with Game Boy.
I don't know the console.
So it's always good to start with your childhood console first. You buy the, if you still have the console, that's good.
That's the start. Yeah, that is
You're already halfway there. You just get the video games for it. And then if you're too young,
Who's the youngest over here? Anyone who's like around
if
less
your
than 20?
first console is like PS3 or PS4, then you ask your or if you completed your childhood console already, like you already got all that, and then like what's next? Maybe ask your parents what's your childhood console or what's
What
their
they
childhood
play?
console.
What they get?
Yeah.
I get the game. Get the game from mom and then buy this is not console, bro. Console that.
Hey, but ask your dad. Maybe you played Pong before. Yeah.
You know, one of the things that you may not notice.
My parents
No,
played.
they
They were the one who
they the
played
ones
the
who
games
got
and not me.
Someone might have a virtual machine somewhere.
Well, some of you may not notice this, but you can also start your collection by having the first Doom. First Doom.
Oh my
It's still a collection. It's still something that's worthy to have.
Yeah.
It's video gaming history in a way. So if you have that, that's great. I mean, even if it's like a floppy disk or 3.5, doesn't matter how huge it is, you can't find it anymore.
Oh,
So that's one thing.
floppy disk games.
Yeah.
CD?
Or you can choose based on brand. Let's say you already have PS3 or PS4. But you don't have PS2 or PS1.
I had retro.
You had, so you have to get it back.
Yeah, boy.
Remember that part I said about getting the job?
Slow lah.
We'll get to that. We'll get
Yeah.
on the job part shortly.
Yeah, so you can start with Sega. Sega is always good because there's no more newer gen for Sega, so you can start with Dreamcast, Saturn, and like Genesis, Mega, or Atari, like Atari 2600, and like Atari Jaguar, all that, based on renting. And then also by watching YouTube videos about retro video gaming and collections also help you decide on what you want to collect and also to improve your knowledge about this retro video games and consoles. Channels such as The Gaming Historian, Game Chasers, Beat 'em Up, Little Jesus Rocks, Retro Liberty, and a lot more, like this Games 31, AVGN also,
AVGN.
John Tron, John yeah, you can just,
refer back to them.
refer back.
To get actually for the game.
Watch what they're playing. Then like, hey, project, it's like fun. Then you can start there.
Play the first part.
And then also keep in mind, there.
Welcome to the job part.
Keep in mind with your budgeting, it determines what you can get lah. So like, you haven't get a job, so don't go for Neo Geo or something like that.
3D roll, $700 at you.
You can always go like hunting at garage sales, flea market, stuff like that.
In my, is that, can I add it?
Yeah.
Okay, so in my opinion, you've already seen that you can basically start from generations. You've got 6 generations, actually there's 7 already, with PS3, Xbox 360 and so on. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a console. You can even start with the games themselves. Okay, for example, and this is one of the hardest things to find in this country at the moment, pirated PlayStation 1 games. I kid you not. It is freaking hard to get. It is so freaking hard.
Original lagi hard lah.
Yeah, of course.
Original is like your lost treasures.
Yeah, original is more
I mean, can you imagine back in
Cannot
5th gen,
Yeah, they
Sega Saturn, PlayStation, all of them are
All the shop as
pirated.
normal.
I want to feel this game.
So all the shops also sell pirated games. There's no original ones. So if you want to get original ones now, it's really hard.
There's one stolen in Angkor Mall, I think.
Yeah, there is one story, but I think we'll get to that. Yeah, I think we'll get to that.
The lower ground, lower ground.
But yeah, guys,
You never know it.
guys, but to think about it, you can always start by, say, for example, you don't have a job yet, right? You can start by the cheapest game available. Just start with a game as well. A game actually starts you off. Game is digital, not physical.
You can blow
You
the
must
thing.
The novelty of blowing is
Yes.
So put it this way,
All
put it this way, you can even start with, say, example, a pirated game if you want to. No, the idea is to get you started. You just have to get started. Even if it costs you 10 ringgit, 20 ringgit, it's something. And then later on, you go on and find more funds, you understand how the market works, you understand how is the average rate for the original game itself, then you start from there. And it goes on and on and on. You get motivated from there. Because if you don't start, you're gonna get nowhere. Easy as that. Okay, that's my case. Go on.
So yeah, just gaining knowledge also from the videos and also by reading all the articles and whatnot can also help, you know. Then now where to get these retro video games and consoles? Okay, flea market, also garage sales, forum.
Lawyer forum is also a good place. eBay is not too bad. Not too bad. Of course, there's something that
eBay, the shipping lah. Shipping
Shipping
kills.
will kill you.
yeah, shipping. Someone can kill you lah.
Yeah. Unless you have your own personal.
So the shipping costs more than the console.
Exactly. Like you want to buy a Game Boy, okay, Game Boy is $20, okay. And then shipping is $60, okay.
Well, one of the other best places like flea markets, like you mentioned earlier, that you can find the games is actually within Singapore itself. That's the closest that you can find well stocked.
Expo.
Well, Evo.
Penang also got.
Huh?
Penang also got.
The thing-
got in Prime Mall.
The thing with Penang or Ipoh or even some places down south, it's very luck-based. Don't say it's luck-based. Luck-based because
But it's so cheap.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it depends on luck. If you like go and then suddenly it's not there,
But it's
no.
not, it's not as bad as 5 years back. Really, now that Facebook and all those things exist now,
Yeah.
it's even easier now actually.
True.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's also like that actually sells those
Buddha.
consoles, but you gotta find it.
Lelong, not really.
Not really. It's more on the newer stuff. It's more on newer stuff.
I think
Yeah, a
one
lot
of
of
the
scam in
Hey,
Buddha and
Muda is scam.
Buddha.
I think one of the hardest ones
I mean,
is
if you
N64, right?
if you want to put up a game for sale on Buddha, also you'll get an email from this Nigerian prince.
2.6 million.
I want to buy this console for my
Granddaughter.
niece in London.
I offered to buy for you for $800.
I'll pay extra.
How much did you give to us?
Hello,
My
I'm the
reply
prince
is
of the
like,
Nigerian nation. I
used to
have
be
500 boxes of the console.
But yeah, those are some of the places that you can go. Or
Or
More than 10
if you don't want to think too much,
yeah, and we do all the hard work for you. We go to the flea market.
no. You gotta be honest. You gotta give you options. Think about it. You gotta give you options. You can't just rely on us. Right? You gotta be smart.
So yeah, we constantly go to flea market, we hunt online, get the best deals for you. And also, if you buy from us also, anything wrong, you can look for us and then like we'll replace it or we'll repair it for you. So that's a huge burden off from your shoulder.
Yeah.
So you got the consoles already. How to maintain it? So being more than decades old, these consoles are quite delicate in a way. So constant cleaning might be required depending on where you keep them. Don't expect them to work all the time because you keep them in like your storage. You got all the rats and ants and whatnot.
Rats,
I have a few friends
moths.
that their PS2 and PS1 died because it turned into an ant farm.
At least not eating
For lens space, it's quite harder to maintain because the lens itself is always the problem. And then also, these consoles are very manjal. Take Game Gear for example. You have a Game Gear, you don't put a battery on it, for a long time, you just leave it there. You expect it to work again 10 years later? No, it's not like that.
Actually, I picked up 4 Game Gears from the flea market and none of them work.
None of them work right. It's because of that. Because these consoles, some of them require constantly to be turned on. Okay, that sounds wrong, but yeah.
Not as strong as the Xbox One.
So yeah, okay.
That's the Expo.
Also, best to keep the consoles away from direct sunlight, as they are vampires. Direct sunlight will turn the consoles yellowish. It's because of the chemicals that bounded inside the consoles. It's not only consoles, like if you see like all those plastic from 80s or anything, yeah, anything also will turn yellow. So best to avoid direct sunlight. Or if it's already yellowed, we can help you restore it back. Or you can try it yourself with a mixture known as Retro Bright. Using hydrogen peroxide and
Welcome to chemistry class.
hydrogen peroxide, baking powder, as well as cornstarch. But yeah, we managed to turn that yellow to, almost as new.
Almost.
And then for cards and pins, it's very easy actually. Most of the times, like you have a game that doesn't play, that doesn't work. That might work. Because it's sucking all the dust. Sucking all the dust that covered the pin connectors and all that. So yeah, you can use rubbing alcohol to clean the contacts or eraser, shown as this, but you don't rub it like that, you rub it up and down.
Instead of horizontally, vertically.
Yeah, vertically. And then like cleaning fluid to clean before you play them is always a good idea. Because there's always like this one damn card that's really dirty and then like you put it there
And then the
and
thing
it
inside.
screwed up for all the other cards. So yeah,
This is sounding more and more wrong the more that you keep going. So you're telling me that the country's gonna give my console STDs?
Hey, this is konsol dia biji tidak.
So yeah, for cards it's really easy. It's either that or change the battery for Game Boy cards or cards that have a save system in it. And now, with all that said and done, you can start choosing your poison and get involved in retro games. Like my friend over there, he already completed the Sega collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got like the Master System, Genesis,
TurboGrafx
Saturn.
16.
Does he have the expansions for Genesis?
No.
Ah,
No.
It's a waste of money. Remember, it's a start. It's a waste of start. Remember.
Add-ons are a waste of money.
So
that's quite true. You got a few little bags that have like a few games in it.
Yeah.
Sega
So
CD.
your achievement have like one minor quest you don't finish it.
Oh yeah.
Minor quest.
Kind of consider like that lah. If you're a perfectionist, maybe you can collect all those minor.
There's one question. Because all these consoles, most of them are really long. So
Uh-huh.
actually, you have to have two consoles.
It's either that or you mod it.
Modify it lah.
Yeah, mod it like for NES is very easy. You just cut off that one.
Sunat the thing.
Yeah, you sunat.
You kid you not, you sunat the thing.
For NES, you sunat the pin. You need to potong. Okay. For Super Famicom,
Sama kau?
potong already. So for Super Famicom, unfortunately, you can't play the Super Nintendo because the card doesn't fit.
Oh.
So the only way to play SNES, you just book out the card, play Boggle or put it through.
How the hell did you get here?
So if it's not suitable, you go get
Book out the card because the SNES card is longer than the Asian Super Famicom.
Now we're going to race.
Okay, but that's the fact lah. Memang SNES is longer than the Super Famicom, so it doesn't fit the slot there. But the Super Famicom, if you got the Super Famicom, the Super Nintendo, just now someone bring,
Yeah, there you go.
you sunat the two tabs in there. You haven't sunat the pin.
Okay, I don't know if everyone can see it.
This
Okay, on
is-
the left and right,
Right.
can you see the left and right? There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
slot into that. That's the one that you guys did.
Oh.
Or, sunat.
Because
That thing hasn't gone through all the strikes.
back then they don't have this like high-tech thing to
restrict.
to restrict, like they just use two tabs and then like okay, you cannot play. If you sunat the tab, then you can play.
But there's another option I heard is that you buy the adapter.
Yeah,
Also, yes, that's another
adapter
way.
also can. But nowadays the adapter is very expensive. Yeah. And then also for Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 also it's the same thing. You just sunat the thing, but this time it's really harder to sunat. No, because they knew that people are doing that, just snap like that. Now you have to like take a Dremel and like to cut the tabs to make it region free. So yeah, also while collecting, don't forget to have fun. Otherwise, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
Don't collect until you stress like I cannot get that lah, I cannot finish. Then like you forgot the basic thing. Have fun.
You say that you can't get the console right now, you missed the deal from eBay or something like that, some crazy deal. It will somehow come back later.
Yeah, especially when the zombie apocalypse hits, then you can go find it.
So yeah, basically that's it. Any questions?
Any questions from the floor? Anyone who's interested to ask? Yeah, go ahead.
Just now you say
Yeah. Well, because they don't make pirated games anymore.
a pirate don't make pirates.
Yeah, imagine that.
No,
Nowadays,
No,
That
nowadays,
one is still new.
nowadays, you want to pirate game, you emulate it.
no, yeah, that's one.
yeah.
Nowadays, pirated games are mostly digital.
Yeah.
Like for PS4 or Xbox One also, or the
PS Vita.
Or you want to
Yeah.
go, if you really want to go to